Garage series. My name is Jeremy Chapman.
And my name is Guy Gilbert.
So we are here to talk about the big advantage across Office and really being able to support both Windows and non-Windows devices through Office Mobile.
Yes, today we're kind of rounding up all the announcements we've made during the past months, and we'll demo how you can be productive on a wide range of devices, from Android to iOS to Windows devices.
Right, and I challenged my boss's boss to see if he could use Office and the cloud as his guide in another extreme situation.
It's going to pull on it, and it's going to widen. Nice.
I hope we get to see some spectacular explosions and crashes.
But before we get started, let's have a look at today's trivia question.
True or false? Accessing Outlook web app via Windows Phone will produce the same layout as OA for iPhone.
So stay tuned for the answer at the end of the show. So Guy, we've done a lot in terms of providing more and more mobile experiences across the board on all different device types that we care about.
Yeah, we sure did.
So when we think about it, we've got basically from Windows to iOS and Android, awesome coverage across all these different platforms.
Yeah, we made a ton of progress here.
So on Windows Phone, we have applications on the Office side that have really a marquee feature of the phone itself in order to make you productive on that device. We've added things along the way though, like the ability to use Lync on the phone and then do social with Yammer.
Yeah, and Windows 8 tablets run full-blown Office 2013, and we've invested significantly in making Office 2013 apps ready for touch and pen input. In addition, we have several native Windows Store apps like OneNote, Lync, SkyDrive Pro, and Yammer.
Right, and moving into iOS, there's also quite a bit on the iPhone now that's new, not just Office Mobile and some of the things that you saw on Windows Phone, but great apps coming out for OA for iPhone, which basically give you full fidelity when you're using Exchange Active Sync through Office 365, to where you can do all of the functionality there using that iPhone device.
And then on iPad, we've done a ton of work to make the Office web apps more touch-friendly. And so we recommend people with an iPad to use the Office web apps to view and even edit Word, Excel, and PowerPoint documents. And of course, we also have several native apps in the App Store for the iPad.
And on Android, we've done quite a bit of work there recently as well in terms of giving you Office experiences on that device, all the greatness that you saw on Windows Phone, and that also came into iPhone as well. And you can do things like Lync that you've been able to do on Android for a long time to do communications and social via Yammer.
Yeah, and I think the biggest news here recently is that we've released Office Mobile for Android phones in over 100 markets. Right,
so a lot of countries have coverage with all these devices. So really across the board, whether you're on Windows, both phone and full OS, iOS devices, and Android phones, you have great Office experiences really lit up by the Office 365 services as well.
Yeah, and we just make sure that you can be productive wherever you go with all these devices.
So we thought we'd show a demonstration of all of these applications and all the Office Mobile power at play. Basically, I'm going to play the part of a Windows fanboy where I've got my Windows Phone 8 device, a Lumia 1020, and a Surface Pro device. And we're joined by Steve Chu. Welcome, Steve.
Thank you, Jeremy.
And what's your role in this?
I am the resident Apple fanboy. There's always one in every group. And I've got here my MacBook Air, my iPhone, as well as my iPad.
And I am the gamer and Excel ninja. I have a high-performance desktop at work, but when I'm on the road, I have this ultra-portable, convertible laptop that also turns into a tablet, of course running Windows 8, and an Android phone.
Right, so what we wanted to do is go through an entire scenario where we have an idea to produce a game, because all of us happen to be working at the same game software studio. So in this scenario, we're going to use all of the different Office mobile experiences across all these great devices here. And let's get started. So the nice thing is, with my Surface Pro, I have the ability to do inking. So I'm just in OneNote right now, and I've got this idea for a rally car game where the co-driver is actually the hero in terms of being able to give directions to the driver himself. This game will use Smart Glass, and basically the co-driver will have his own tablet with shorthand directions on that for the driver via Smart Glass inside the Xbox, and you'll also be able to see it on the screen. So I've got this great idea with this game that I want to create, and I want to tell Guy and Steve about it. So what I'm going to do is go into my start screen and go into SkyDrive Pro. And here I've got my note file, and I'm going to go ahead and share that with both Guy and Steve. And so they can actually take a look at this and make sure that they like my game. I'm telling them to check out the rally game, and they'll be able to then view that on their Apple and their Android devices.
So now I have my iPad here, and I noticed that Jeremy has shared a OneNote with me, so I'm going to go ahead and open up that OneNote through the OneNote app in iPad. And wow, it's a rally game. It looks awesome. Wow, cool idea. So I'm going to go ahead and schedule a meeting now with Jeremy and Guy. I'm going to go into OA for iPad, open up the calendar module, and from there I can create a meeting pretty easily. And I'm going to go ahead and type the name of the event, Discuss Rally Game. That sounds about right. And then I'm going to probably schedule the meeting for 60 minutes. Let's go ahead and do that. And now I look at the scheduling assistant. It has all the same fields I would get on the browser. I've got the side-by-side free busy. I've got the nickname cache. I can go ahead and add Jeremy and Guy and see that they're available during this time. And so I've added an online meeting so that we can all dial in remotely. A quick note, and voila, I'm able to easily create a meeting right from my iPad. It's pretty awesome.
I also received Jeremy's email, and I'm opening his notes in OneNote for Android. And even on my phone, I can see the notes, and they look just like on a PC. I replied to Jeremy in email and let him know that I'll be working on a financial model. Next, I'm going to my Windows 8 tablet, and I'm first analyzing the market to see if there's any money to be made with this game. And on my Windows 8 tablet, I'm using PowerMap, a 3D visualization tool for Excel that handles millions of data points. Later, back on my Android phone, while I'm on the road, I'm looking at some other Excel data on the phone. And I can do a search with Office Mobile for Android phone. I can even sort and filter through this data, or can create a chart from the data, all while I'm on the go.
Very cool. So beyond what Guy was just showing there in the financial model, I'm actually working away on a PowerPoint presentation and a proposal document that I'm going to take to the board with my friends Steve and Guy here, because we're all looking for funding on this project. Now, one of the great things that we have here with PowerPoint is the fact that it's all also optimized for touch. So with my Surface tablet here, I can actually pinch to zoom and go in and go to the slide navigator view. And I can go through all the different slides just using touch interface and present right from my Surface tablet. At that point, I've got everything built in terms of that. I want to send that out to Steve for review.
And so I've got my trusty iPhone here. And so what I'm going to go ahead and do is open up OA for iPhone to check out the email that Jeremy just sent me. And it looks like he sent me a PowerPoint deck as well as a Word document. And I can open that up straight from SkyDrive Pro. So I go ahead and open that up right here on my iPhone. And now what I can do is I can actually open up these documents using Office Mobile for iPhone straight from SkyDrive Pro. So I've got the PowerPoint deck open now, and I can see the high-resolution, rich slides. I can actually swipe against my iPhone to see slide to slide. I can go ahead and pinch to zoom out to multi-slide view. I can go back into a particular slide I want to focus on. So that's all great. Now let's go ahead and go back to SkyDrive Pro, and I will open up that Word document. Once again, I can open it with Office Mobile for iPhone straight from SkyDrive Pro, which is a great feature. Okay, now I can see that none of the formatting has changed. I've got the full fidelity Microsoft Word document right here within my iPhone. It's really great. So I'm scanning the document now, and it looks really good. Jeremy did a great job on this. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just add a comment because I want to. I want to tell him that this is a good title, but I think we could probably do a little better. So I'm going to go ahead and type my comment in there, and then upload, and then we're good to go. So now what I want to do is I want to go back to OA for iPhone, check my email again, and maybe send a response to Jeremy, let him know that this was really a good set of documents. So I'm going to go ahead and reply, type a quick message, click done, and there you go. So easy to review a set of documents and go ahead and send a response to Jeremy just from my iPhone.
So I think we're almost ready to present this over to the board. So Guy's going to set up a Lync meeting with his device, and we'll be able to consume that right from our own phones. So here I'm in my Windows phone, and the great thing is I can connect to the Lync meeting. And basically the nice thing with that is that I've got Guy's GeoFlow completely visible on my phone. I can see his entire desktop straight from Lync. So we can not only share videos and do chatting over the Lync client, but we can also show each other's desktops.
Back on my iPhone, and I'm going to go ahead and click on the Lync meeting and join the Lync meeting that I created earlier. And it looks like Jeremy and Guy are already on there. Looks like Guy is actually presenting the document. And wow, look at that. Desktop sharing shows up right there on my iPhone. Full fidelity right there within the Lync client. Pretty cool. And it looks like Guy is going to type a comment on the Lync client, and I can actually go ahead and respond to him straight from the Lync client myself here on the iPhone. Let me go ahead and type this in. And just like that, I'm able to respond straight from my iPhone.
We're ready to go and talk to the board and see if we get funding. So this is really the moment of truth. Let's see if they actually give us the money and the resources to build the game. All right, great news, guys. So we actually got the funding. So now I'm on Yammer, and I'm in my Windows phone, and I can say, oh yeah, we're all building the Rally game. Let's start coding.
Very cool. I'm going to open up my Yammer app on my iPhone and go ahead and type a reply to Jeremy's comment. I think he's spot on. We're ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and send that out.
And I'm opening, of course, Yammer for Android, and I joined the party and let the company know that we're ready to go.
Awesome. Now remember, all of these capabilities are really seamed together and stitched together with the power of the cloud using Office 365. A lot of the experiences like Office Mobile really require you to have Office 365 in order to use them, and that really enabled us to communicate and collaborate with a central set of files in a very seamless way. Now, as we do on the Office Garage series, we actually put Office to the tests in various situations in the world. Coming out of New Orleans, we're using Office in the Bayou, and kind of an extension of that, I wanted to put my boss's boss to the test just with Office Mobile and the power of the cloud in order to help him navigate a rally course. So let's take a look.
Welcome to DirtFish Rally School. What was once an old mill outside Seattle has been converted to a world-class all-weather rally car facility. Our challenge today is to navigate this race course using Office Mobile as our guide. I'm joined by Bucky Lasek, world champion skateboarder, as well as a professional rally car driver, so I know I'm in good hands. I don't have to drive. Usually, a course like this takes 5 minutes to complete using pretty complicated pace notes like this. We're not going to use those today. Instead, we're going to use Office Mobile to connect with pace notes we created earlier on our Surface Pro and uploaded to the cloud. We're going to do that with 3 different mobile devices. First, with this Android phone. Second, with this iPhone. And third and last, with this Nokia Lumia Windows phone. And I should point out, I've never done anything like this before.
Well, John, you really don't know what you have coming, but you're going to enjoy it.
Okay, here we go.
Thank you for my Android phone. Hold the window.
5, 4,
Log it on.
3,
Here's the directions up a little bit more.
1.
Start Bucky whenever you're ready, my friend. L3 minus 1. Stay left. Stay on 3.
365 installed. Here's the DirtFish rally course directions that we uploaded before. As soon as it loads, Bucky, we're ready to go. Start. In 80 to tarmac, 60 on a left 39. Left 30, and then a left 2 back onto ground. The iPhone for my favorite, the Nokia Lumia Windows Phone. Rolling up the window, getting to the Office Hub, opening those Office 365 directions that we uploaded. All right, Bucky, start. 130, double caution between blocks. And then an 80 between the blocks. On at an L2, onto gravel. Into an R2, and then there's a surface change, 40, and then it turned into an L3. Back onto the tarmac, and turn level L3 into 60 double caution, turn right 3 into the building, it's slippy. Step right 3 into the building, and then an R2 minus, 220, double caution. Through it, an R2, into the building again up here. So close. Right into the building, 90 feet or 90, and then an R3 into an L2. It'll get bigger, then it'll get smaller. Through the door, into an R6, an L3, uphill to the finish. Woo! Putting on the show. There we go. I'll do that one the next time, okay? Nice, that was awesome. All right, Office 365, we did it.
We killed it, and you didn't vomit.
No, thank you very much.
Wow, that was awesome. So it really is important how well the Copilot does.
I can't believe that was John Case. That was our boss's boss, by the way.
Wow, that was amazing. That was just crazy.
So the driver is putting his life into the hands of the co-driver, and that's really important here. So we had trivia actually as well as part of the show.
True or false? Accessing Outlook web app via Windows Phone will produce the same layout as OA for iPhone.
Yes, you can get the same experience and the same kind of OA layout on a Windows Phone as you would on OA for iPhone.
Very cool.
So all of this and more can be found at Microsoft.com/garage. And next week we'll be back with more exciting stuff, so stay tuned and we'll see you then.